Alright guys, welcome back to the banter space. It is finally confirmed, so I can finally make a video on it. You guys requested it. It won the voting poll. So here it is. Julian Alvarez to Atletico Madrid. He's already been presented and everything. What we're going to do is tackle this transfer using the football banter space rating system. You can check out the video on Nico Williams and Dani Olmo if you want a further explanation of how it works. But basically, the transfer is judged upon 4 different sections with 25 points each. And at the end of it all, we give a rating of if it's a good signing or not for the club. And then I give my final thoughts. Let's get right into it, man. So the first section is tactical fit. Is Julian Alvarez a tactical fit for Atletico Madrid? I believe so. I think he's very versatile. He can play almost anywhere in the front line. He can play number 10. He can play as a 9. He can play as a false 9. He can even go to the left or right a little bit if need be, judging by the game state. He's fast. He's a good finisher. Considering Atletico's other options in Griezmann, Sorloth, I think the amount of versatility Atletico will have with this transfer is insane. They haven't had this amount of firepower up front in a minute. Seen him perform in World Cups, we've seen him perform in Champions League big games, and you put in Griezmann's experience and ability next to him, plus Sorloth's target man skills, and you get a very versatile front line. Now, I do have to deduct some points because it wasn't necessarily a must-sign player. Before they got rid of Morata, Depay, etc., they had enough players in that striker department. It's not like Barcelona where they're lacking a DM and left winger and they desperately need somebody, but Deco spent 60 million Olmo like a dumb. It's not like that. But he does bring a lot of stuff to the team. So I'm going to give it a 20 out of 25 in terms of tactical fit. I don't see many issues here. Could even be a 25 out of 25 if you really push it. But I'm going to just stay a little bit conservative and go with 20 out of 25. Now, in terms of footballing ability, this is basically the eye test of the section. Alvarez passes the eye test, okay? Now, he's nowhere near legendary strikers like Luis Suarez, Romario, Rivaldo, etc. No, he's not touching that. But for this generation of footballers, which is very low, let's be honest here, I think he's as high as they go, in terms of strikers at least. He's very versatile again. He can pass, he can create, he can shoot, he's efficient, he's very good positionally, he's a very smart player. He's very technical. He's got good first touch. He can dribble if he need be. He can play 1-2s. So I would say he's a jack of all trades, but he's not really trash at everything. There's a lot of jack of all trades who are really bad at most things. He's a really good jack of all trades. Probably that is the reason, though, that he never got ahead of Haaland in the starting lineup for Man City, because as much as he's good at everything, he doesn't have that goal scoring that Haaland had that made him basically unbenchable. For Atletico Madrid, I think it does raise the ceiling level in terms of talent that they have. Again, with Griezmann, I think if you're a neutral fan, you're going to want to see Alvarez and Griezmann together playing. It's going to be beautiful to watch. I do think they're going to complement and understand each other very, very well. So in terms of eye test, I'm going to give this a 20 out of 25. Again, I can't give it a 25 out of 25 because that is reserved for your best in the world players, your Ballon d'Or winners, your Vinny's, your Mbappes, etc. I don't think Alvarez is that, but he's right under that. Balance in the book. This is all about the financial side of the transfer. I've heard many people talk about how this transfer is overpriced, how Man City robbed Atletico Madrid. I don't think you understand what fair value is. I don't think you understand what the 2024 transfer market is like, especially for strikers. Have you seen the transfer fees that guys like Gonzalo Ramos, Colomwani, Højlund, Anthony, Mudryk, have you seen the amount of money that these guys are going for? Why, in God's name, do you think Alvarez, for 80 million plus another 15 in potential variables, why do you think that is too much? I don't understand that. That is very close to his transfer market value. And again, I think people are misjudging this. It is good business for City because he's not a starter and they made a lot of money for him, but also reaping the benefits of his ability. They won trebles, they won another Premier League. So they got the best out of this deal, yes, but it doesn't mean Atletico is getting the thick end of the deal. I think they both got the right value. It's a fair trade in my opinion. And I'm basing this based on the amount of money that most players are going off right now. I think about 80 to 100 million is the fair value for Alvarez. That's how much he's worth to most teams. He starts for most teams. He makes most teams better. In terms of value proposition, this is a very good deal for Atletico. they're not getting ripped off. Now, in terms of wages, he's probably going to be on high wages. He does get 100% of his image rights, which he did not have at City. So fair enough. But again, it's not the end of the world in terms of outlay for Atletico Madrid. They can recover from this 100%, especially if he brings in trophies. So in terms of balancing the books, I'm going to give this a 20 out of 25. I would have gave this a 25 out of 25 if it was around 60, 70 million. 80 to 90 million, I think that is fair value. Now, last but not least, it's a special factor. What is something special that the transfer brings to the team? Now, obviously, the first thing that I think of is the Argentinian connection. If you're looking for a one-to-one comparison of national teams to club teams, I don't think you can find a better one than Atletico Madrid and Argentina. They play the exact same. Their coaches are both Argentinian, obviously. Plus, he has a lot of Argentinian players like Molina, De Paul, Correa if he stays. There's a big Argentinian contingency at Atletico Madrid, and it makes sense. I mean, the way they act is also very Argentinian-like, so that is that. I think Simeone will be extremely happy with this again because he's replacing his French star man for an Argentinian one, and we know the French and Argentinian connection is not the best right now. So I think he'll fit in the dressing room very well. He will not cause problems. He will have chemistry with the other players. I think his style of play fits most teams, but again, I think he fits Simeone as well very well. In addition to that, I think it's about hype. That is his biggest thing. Atletico Madrid have not been the favorite to win any trophy for the last couple of years. I think what this transfer does is bring the level and the hype among the fans, the players themselves, back to the club. Now they're big favorites to challenge for all trophies. I'm not going to take Atletico acting like they're some bums this season. I'm sorry. They have to challenge for La Liga. They have to challenge for a Champions League, a Copa del Rey, whatever it is. They have to win a trophy this year, or for me, it will be a failure. They have a good enough team to do so. And I think the fans will demand this. Alvarez is a big superstar that Atletico Madrid have not signed in a long, long time. He will sell a lot of shirts and will create a major amount of hype at Atletico, as he should. So in terms of special factor, I'm going to give Alvarez a 20 out of 25, a very solid rating. He doesn't really bring many negatives, really. So I think that is fair. So there you have it, man. The football banter space system. Alvarez does end up with an 80 out of 100, which makes it a very good signing. It's basically a B, which means that Atletico Madrid did make a good decision. I think it's great for the player himself also. I think it's going to be good to watch. Atletico are going to be great to watch this season, and that is what it's all about. Making teams fun to watch. I think this transfer brings that for Atletico. But let me know your thoughts. Am I overrating him? Am I underrating him? Let me know what other player transfers you want me to cover. I still have videos coming up, so stay tuned. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, guys.